It's not working right now.
I'm Brandon.
Hey, I'm Trajan.
And this is not a podcast, and that was chaos before now.
Yeah, you didn't. I hope y'all. I hope Brandon cuts it out.
Brandon, not gonna cut all that out.
Brandon's not. He's not that good. He's not a podcaster yet.
Oh, ouch!
He just started like a week ago.
Ooh.
Intern from nobody. But how everybody been? It's episode 2 of season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 3, the dying season. But on like a brighter note, how's everybody been?
We can't hear them though. They can't.
You say you're doing good?
Oh no.
Aunt Mary from Connecticut?
Oh. Whew, I don't like that. don't talk to imaginary people, man. I don't like that at all. Ooh, don't do that.
Oh man. Yeah, how you been though?
I've been good.
You got any crazy stories? Man, just nothing wild that happened to Brandon. Only Brandon can go through.
I mean.
Oh, you went through a breakup over the summer? We haven't talked about this.
That's true.
The summer shit.
Oh man. It's been a wild summer for Brandon. You know how I'm perpetually single? Yeah. So I'm not, or I haven't been recently. And it's cool. But also I got broken up with, so that sucks.
Yeah, that's cool. That's always cool.
It was a 1-month relationship. My longest.
Ever.
And only.
Oh man, that sounds so sad on mic.
Yeah, it does.
When it's live and here and like in your stereo in your ears.
Yeah, people are hearing this right now.
That shit sounds weak even through volumes of waves of sound.
But it's okay though, because I'm, still out there in the dating field, doing the dating thing.
All right, Morty.
You couldn't see the thing I'm doing, but
he's dancing disgustingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the only thing that was crazy this summer.
I mean, there've been other things, I'm sure. I just can't think of any right now.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking. But like the demise of your entirely like social existence kind of like diminished for like a few days.
What do you mean?
Yeah, when that happened, you was like really depressed. That was the whole thing.
That's right. I forgot about that. Thanks for the memory.
BoJack season 5. How you feel about it coming up?
I'm very excited.
That's segue though.
That was pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Never seen it yet, but I will try.
You still haven't seen it?
I'm gonna go on episode 3, season 1. Like,
okay, it gets better. I promise.
Everybody keep telling me like it's kind of first season's kind of rough. You gotta get through it to get to the good shit, and I'm like, well, you should have did better on your first few episodes.
I mean, it's a good show. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a good show, but it's just like nothing has happened yet.
I know it meanders a little bit for the first couple episodes.
Like, it's kind of annoying. I'm like, it hasn't drawn my attention yet. Like, because we only have 7 seconds of like attention span, and like,
you're right.
That shit never grabbed my attention once yet. So I'm like, I'm probably never gonna watch it. Same thing with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones
grabbed you from the beginning.
It's just like when it came out, I had other shows I still had to catch up on, like Walking Dead and other shit.
Well, look how that turned out.
Oh yeah, look how fucking Game of Thrones turned out.
Yeah.
Last 2 seasons trash.
Right.
Walking Dead last 2 seasons was trash.
You're right.
Still iconic, critically acclaimed shows.
Yeah, you're right.
Walking Dead has a bigger fan base, I would say though.
I don't know about that.
I think people just like Game of Thrones just because of the appeal. Like they feel like they have to watch it. Like when it was at work, they're like, "Oh man, everybody keeps talking about it. Let me go watch it and actually care about the characters that I don't care about."
For Walking Dead though.
Walking Dead actually is intriguing though. Like I put my mom on that shit and she was like, "This shit is phenomenal." Like we watch it every Sunday when before I like the night. Like I should like, let's go watch Walking Dead. Like that shit was like an essential in my household. Like that shit was fire. Game of Thrones, either you left out or you're not. Like.
I mean,
it's how life works.
It is HBO though, so a lot of people don't have access to HBO.
Exactly. I don't know, which is dumb on HBO's part, but they still get a lot of streams, which is weird as fuck.
Yeah.
So people try to find like the most illegal ways to find that shit. Like, people be fiending for that shit. Like Insecure.
It's a drug.
I finally caught up with Insecure.
Good.
Great show. Have you even catched up? I don't think you even watched season 3 yet.
I have not watched any of season 3.
Yeah, you should watch it before the free trial. I got a free trial HBO in your Prime.
I saw. I got an email about it, and I was like, well, I don't remember doing that. What the hell's happening?
I needed to finish season 3.
Damn it.
Actually, I needed to finish season 2, so I binge watched season 2 up to season 3 last week. The thing that was on the trial ends like today.
You're crazy, man.
I had to, so I'm on episode 3, season 3. Finally caught up.
good.
great.
I guess
They're not gonna have any Jay Ellis on this whole entire season 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, because his whole character, like during the breakup, like they're finally done. Season 2, they finally got done with. So they're like, she's like, well, how many times do you talk to your ex in real life? And they're like, this, well, not that much. Exactly. So that's why he's not around, which is like really great writing, just because like you treat him like a real ex, so like you don't see your ex as much. So it's like he may pop up like in this season, maybe next season, but it's like as far as his character is done now, which I'm cool with. So kind of open him like he has like a second career like now, like well like. I forgot where he was on. I think he was on like older black shows when he was younger. But like, this kind of like perpetuated his career to like where he could do like a lot of movies now. Like,
I'm here for it, man.
Like now he has a career now, or like he can actually start doing shit now. And Brandon's good enough and getting on the phone, man.
Come on, don't help me like that.
But Insatiable. How you feel about it?
All right, so.
Yeah, we're all over. This episode this is a buffet episode. You're just gonna get it all. Like we're literally calling this when we have been away for a long time, but we have like, a lot of topics we need to talk about.
Yeah,
this buffet. This is a buffet. This is like because this is probably gonna be like an hour-long episode, maybe just because we still gotta talk about more music and just more shows we've been watching and shit we're looking forward to. So grab some snacks or whatever. We're gonna be here for a while.
I will say this. This is only part 1 of Insatiable because...
Oh, yeah, we got more to talk about because that shit is not okay.
There will be more, yeah. I still haven't finished it because I'm sorry. Spoilers. The demon episode, I was just checking out for that part. What the fuck?
Exactly,
it's just stupid shit.
I think I finished like majority of it and I was just like, I'm done with it. And I just like watched like the Let Me Explain review.
Yeah.
It summed it up. I was like, good, because he was like a no. The show was a no, but he was like, it's a good show, but it's like no.
It's just the shit
exactly the shit they say on there is like unacceptable, but at the same time it's like they're doing it on purpose. So it's like, is it acceptable? Like they'll be like, you can't be with him. He's a child molester, and it's like maybe I might have a better chance. Then it's like Jesus Christ, you can't say shit like that.
I wasn't ready for that on the first episode.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought it was gonna be later on.
That was like 20 minutes into the show. I was like, whoa. Like, I literally paused the show and I was like, whoa. That shit did not just been said on Netflix 2018.
I was freaking out on every episode because it's like, it really does some shit that just like is
off
insane.
The cuff, wild shit. You're like, this is not acceptable. This is Debbie Ryan. This is Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, country girl Debbie Ryan.
How is this a thing?
And she has like she's talking about her sex appeal a lot. Like, for some reason, liking this old man that doesn't give a fuck about her. He just like, I need my name back. And then like they have like this underlying gay relationship, which like is resolved at the end of the season, but they're like, what? Like we just assumed this other guy was gay the whole entire time, which was never insinuated the entire time.
But I knew there was something weird going on with those two, man.
They put it in your face at first episode. It's like this, like this guy who has like this voice that sounds kind of feminine. And you're like, oh, he's gonna probably come out as being gay at the end of the season. But then like this guy who's like, I don't know. He just seemed like he was a regular guy that was like for some reason was winning, but he was kind of a douche. But then just like that guy came on to the other guy. He was just like this. I've been loving you my entire life. Where was that at the entire series?
Fair, though, the man kept taking off his shirt. It's pretty on the nose with the whole shirt thing.
But it was like in front of girls. It was never in front of the guy.
No, it was always in front of him.
Nah, it was always in front of the wife. The wife too, because the wife wanted to. Then had a threesome at the end of the show.
Don't tell me. Oh, damn it! That's weird.
I had to say it.
This
shit was blowing my mind the entire time. Like I feel like I had to say it just because.
Not to shame,
that
but
shit
like,
blew my fucking mind.
For the show, it doesn't actually make sense.
Like it had an ending of like sausage party. Like that's how the ending was. Like they just all fucking like they're all.
Okay, so can we talk about the psychosexual thing going in the show? Like everybody.
This random guy and like loses her virginity to him, and then it made no sense. It didn't have nothing to do with the rest of the show. Just like it happened.
Yeah.
And then he came back later in the show and was like, I love you, and she's like, yeah, I guess. And then like they date, and it's like, what? And then like they have like the wife and the guy, and they have a threesome, and it lasted way too longer than what it needed to be. It was like a good 6 minutes for threesome. It was like way long. It was too long.
Why does everyone in the show want to fuck someone that they shouldn't fuck?
Exactly, and why all of them have country accents?
Why are they all so southern? I don't understand.
I feel like they're not even like a real deep south. They're not like in Georgia or some shit. Like in like Tennessee. They're like right beside North Carolina.
Where is
like,
it actually set though?
If anything, it's probably Los Angeles, California, or some movie set. There's no way that town looked nothing southern. It was like
really didn't.
It's like a suburb town, maybe in like Connecticut. Like and they all like thick, racist Southern accents. Like everybody, even the black women, white women, Hispanic women, like everybody. And the Asian daughter that's supposed to be like
she's
16,
the most Southern character that I've ever seen.
She sounded like she was like 31. Like she looked like she was like 30.
She sounded like she was raised in the deep south.
That's what I'm saying.
Her name is Dixie. For God's sake,
that shit was rough. Like that shit was. I was like, and then like the wife. I can't. This show is just weird. It gets an A+ for creativity.
Yeah, it's an original idea.
It's
for
the most
sure.
original shit I've ever seen in my life.
But execution leaves a lot to be desired.
It's like they tried too hard to be woke on like diabetes, and it's like could have just got like a real fat actor and then just made her into Debbie Ryan, and I've been cool with that. I've been more cool with that instead of Debbie Ryan putting on a fat suit for like 2 episodes and being like, "People don't like me because I'm big," and then now I'm gonna get big ass titties and no stretch marks and no resemblance to ever being a big girl.
You're right, man. It's not accurate. It's not accurate.
It's like everything enhanced when she got skinnier. It was really weird. It's like she was like really big, had nothing, and just like, wham!
Wow.
All it took was me being sucker punched by a homeless person. And then the homeless person is at a jam drug addiction place and he's actually clean now and he's like a sane human being, but then turns to be still a rapist. And it's just weird.
And then he gets killed.
It's like, what the fuck was this? That was his whole character.
No,
The punch, get over drugs, still want to be a rapist, and then die. That was his whole existence in the show. That was his arc. That was an arc.
You're right.
Become homeless, punch somebody to give the protagonist a reason to become a hated person, then overcome drugs, still be inevitably be a shitty person, and die. Like it's like here you go, you have you fail, have redemption, fail again, and die. Like
that's real life for you.
Speaking of real life, people watching people. Crack.
Oh shit, yes. Dude, that show is so...
If you don't know, Cracked is back, guys. Cracked is back. If you don't know what Cracked is a newspaper. It's something like
Mad.
Yeah, Mad.
Like
and
Mad.
something else. Something else called that. What's this shit called? We watched a Netflix movie on.
Oh, National Lampoon.
National Lampoon. It's like those kind of comic magazines that came out in the 80s. So for some reason they like fired like a lot of people from the show for the last like year. So like the channel has been dead on YouTube for like 8 months.
And then they just come back.
They just come back with people watching People season 2. First season is alright. It's kind of deep, but it's not like really intense. Yeah. I feel like them like losing a lot of like creative people and everything, they actually like felt it. So like they're actually like writing like really good content now. Cause the first one's all about 2017, and that shit like I didn't even watch it until today because like at the beginning I didn't understand what it was, and I like skipped and I went to other episodes that like blew my mind.
Yeah,
I watched 2017. That one shit fucked me over.
Man,
oh my god,
it's an accurate representation of like how we're gonna feel about 2017.
I didn't like that.
It was
I didn't
real,
like. I didn't like that.
It was genuinely like it was
that
actually.
Shit
like,
made me so uncomfortable. I never felt so uncomfortable.
I thought I was in the future for a second.
That made me feel so uncomfortable because they were talking like the whole idea was like everybody was talking about like 2017 was like the worst year ever and everything, but it was like also the same year of like complete change and everything like it's gonna like change the fabric of like existence basically because it's true because like new policies, everything just been changed 2017, and then like they were talking about it, but it was like this is all animated, but the entire time they were being like it was 2050 something,
yeah, and
they was talking about 2017, like how they felt about it, like
it's really genius. Let's not give away the whole thing.
That shit blew my.
It's really genius.
That shit when that shit happened, I was like I literally like put my phone down. And was like, Crack really might have something on their hands with this shit. Like they really might have something. This might really relaunch the entire like. If they just like hire everybody back and like nothing ever happened, I'll be completely fine with Cracked again.
Same.
That's not gonna happen, but. Do you think they're just gonna do this and leave again? Like, no. Do you think they're actually gonna start like putting out content again? Like, because
well, they started doing podcasting again, so I have faith that they're gonna start again.
I really hope so. Like, I really like Crack. Like, Crack was used to be like one of my favorite. Like, it was way better than Wise Crack in my opinion.
I disagree with you.
Just because they gave like the people that was on the show like the After Hours was perfect segment. Yeah. Like, the old type video game, like the walkthrough shit was kind of funny between him and the other guy, Soren.
Oh yeah.
And I like Soren. I like Daniel O'Brien. Like I liked all those people. The people were like cool. Like that after hour shit was like shit like we usually do in real life. It was interesting that other people can think about the same thing I'm thinking about, and it was just like it was cool.
Isn't it crazy how they were like starting up to do the second version of that show?
Yeah.
When they got canceled.
I hope they at least bring that back.
They have to bring After Hours, iconic show.
It's
genuinely like iconic.
It's a genius concept.
Yes.
Even the second cast, I wasn't even mad at.
Yeah, they were cool too.
I think they got fired too. I'm not even sure.
They did.
They did.
Oh yeah. Most of them.
Even that black girl.
Pretty sure.
They just got put on like that.
No, man.
Man.
Money problems, yo.
Which one was your favorite one? They like actually got you the episode. The 3 episodes that came out.
That homeless episode really did get me.
I told you that shit was bad.
It was
that
really
shit.
phenomenal.
No, I think the brother episode, just because it was like he was like at first I was like I didn't know what they were talking about. I was like he kept talking about like on Star Wars, and I'm like, where are they going with this? And then like midway through the episode, they just like scrapped that shit. And he just started talking about like how like inevitable like your existence, you need to like figure out what your existence is, or you're just gonna be dead before you even die, basically in society. And I'm like,
it's accurate though.
Yeah,
that's exactly how it happens.
It's shit I'm talking to you about all the time. Not like that deeply, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna get really deep on the podcast, what we're really talking about. But like the idea of like, you know what I mean? Like when we talking about like just like existence in general,
or
your
like, life together.
Yeah, basically type
okay.
shit. But it was just like they went like at a deeper level where like he was like when he pulled out the script and like not script the chart of like how his uncle like is alive but lives like really really far away from him, and like they get like letters or whatever, or like they remember him, but he can honestly just be dead and get like it's still the same exact feeling of him being alive, even though like he's alive, you just never see him, but you always like remember like, the memories y'all had and everything, which is like
because that's all that's left after we die.
There's a lot of cousins that I haven't seen like in years, but it's like I'm not saying they can be dead, but I'm saying like they're not. You never see them.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. And it's like, but like you also can be a person that doesn't do anything. Like he said, like quote unquote a loser and have no friends and nobody, and you cannot be doing anything. In people's eyes, you're already dead before you even like die. You're basically just like non-existent.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right, man.
Do that shit not like destroy you for a split second? I watched that shit in class and I was like, ooh, there's a lot of people around, man. Like I should have watched this shit at home. Like I wasn't expecting that shit. Like,
you definitely should have.
But I wasn't expecting that shit. I thought it was gonna be like funny content or whatever. Nope, they're like really serious. They come back with like some serious content. Like they're like,
why do you think they decided to do that? What was it? What was the thing that
I think just because like I think they lost where they came from. Like crack used to be like something like this, where it used to be like cartoonish type stories, shit like this, and like pop culture and like just new shit.
Yeah.
And like they're like, I guess they're gonna go back to the roots. Like I guess relaunch the website maybe. Go back to doing this shit where like this is like one of their first like major things they did in the last like 10 years. Like this is a pretty good series, and then like I guess reintroduce their whole entire like editorial staff and everybody, because like
bring back.
They have to, because it's like this shit is good. Damn, that shit was loud. Like you put that shit right into the mic.
Sorry, I got a call.
Fucking hell. Fucking A. But yeah, I think like they just gotta redo everything, just because like they've been gone for like almost a year. And they dropped this and it's like, well, we needed something, you know? So what do you think?
I hope that it's back. I hope that they bring back the level of quality and content that it was at before, because I think that was a show that really, or it was a channel that really redefined what it means to be funny. I think in the same way that, you know, actually I was talking about this in one of my classes today, about John Oliver and Jon Stewart and Trevor Noah, how they redefine news. I think that, I know it's a little different. It's like, it's a different type of news, but it's still news, I think. They redefined how we analyze and view our pop culture. And I think that's important. I think Wisecrack does something similar, but they do it. They're more academic. But Cracked.com will always be the funnier version, and their focus on comedy, I think, is what makes it so solid. Not that Wisecracker isn't funny at all, but I think Cracked, just their comedians were just more experienced. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's what
I mean,
it was.
we don't know yet just because we have new people now, so we don't know how like those people are unless they kept like some of the people that we know. But time will tell. Anything else that you have seen that you want to talk about?
What about that? The movie we saw, not that one, the one before that, 8th grade.
What about it?
I want to talk about that a little bit. I'm just gonna touch on it.
What's your review on it? After you sat on it for like a good month.
It is a solid 9. It just like hit me in an emotional way that just like, I think it relates perfectly to what it is to exist in society right now. Doesn't matter how old you are. It's that awkward. It's that uncomfortable. That's what real life is right now. And I think coming to terms with who you are, trying to be your best self, those themes are gonna be relevant forever. I think that Bo Burnham has made a genuine masterpiece.
So what is your grade?
Oh, sorry, 9 out of 10.
How's that a masterpiece if it's a 9? I give it an 8 for 8th grade. But
Oh God.
I think it was a really good movie. I think it touched on subjects that I mean, people like try to glorify middle school sometimes, where like it's just like happy-go-lucky kids just being kids, blah blah blah. But like, nah, people can be pieces of shit.
I mean, there's still people. Like, there's a whole range of like what people can be. Like you said,
it was probably one of the most accurate portrayals of 8th grade, other than like some certain parts of the movie. I don't think it was very accurate, but it might be accurate for some people's way of life. But yeah, I don't think I think it was a pretty not flawless, but like I would say it's a pretty good movie. But one thing about it is it's rated R, and 8th graders can't even watch the movie. Which is kind of crazy.
They made it so that they could though. They like they made sure that a lot of middle schoolers all across the country, they did like a program where they would like go and let them see it for free. So like they made sure that.
But what do you think they actually got out of it though? Because like if I watched this at 8th grade, I know in me, even though like I like movies, I would have been like, like I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't walk down and been like, oh man, it's changed my life. Like,
you don't think it would have affected you at all?
Nah, and I was pretty like open minded. Like I like a lot of shit. But then like some of the shit would probably like subject matter would have flew over my head because I was living in that current time. Like, you know what I mean? Like we watch movies now, and we're like we can understand because we lived through it. But it's like if you're in 6th grade or 7th grade or even 8th grade and you watch 8th grade, you're like, it's not like that movie saying like this is how 8th graders feel. That's how middle school feels. So like if I was in 6th grade and I watched this, I'd been like, yeah, but it's like, nah, that's not how my high school experience is going to be. That's just hers. That's how her middle school experience, that's just hers. That's how I probably would have seen it. But then it would have been like accurate. And you'd be like, fuck, she was right. But then like everybody's gonna be like, everybody plays it like they weren't like in middle school. You wasn't gonna be like, I was a loser. You don't get to that point until like you're like 18 or 20 and you're like, middle school was shit. Like I was like pretty lame. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah, you realize
you're not gonna you're just not gonna like just in middle school be like, that's me. Like I'm a dork. Like you're just not gonna do that until you like lived it. You know what I mean? Like there's certain
that you're saying.
There's certain movies that you can watch and it could be the same age group as you. You could be like this. I can relate to that because I just did that the other week. But like 8th grade, something about middle school in general, you don't catch on until like years later where you're like, yeah, that was pretty shitty. Like in the time frame, you're just trying to like survive. You're just like, man, this shit is like, I'm gonna get over it. High school's gonna be better. College is gonna be better. Life's gonna be better. But you realize, like, in high school, you're just like, this shit's gonna be all the same.
Yeah, it all sucks. You know.
And that's why I'm just like.
But I think that middle schoolers are gonna.
I think some of them, but I think like, think about this though. Think about the people that are the douchebags, or the assholes, or the pretty girls, whatever.
Right.
They watch this movie, insinuated. They didn't watch any trailers. Probably didn't watch any trailers. They didn't watch it. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna laugh at this girl in the theater during the movie. Like I'm pretty sure that happened both times. Like the whole crowd was like, and those are like, man, this shit is really intense. But they're like, that's not the reaction they should get. Like I'm pretty sure there's not real reactions happening to this movie by real kids. Like some of it might be like, I'm pretty sure like 10% of them that actually like go through the same shit she go through probably was like, I can't get through this.
No, but I think
and that's what the people that it's for. But it's like a lot of kids out here that's like that don't know they're pieces of shit. Like I'm just saying.
I mean, I think they're all self-conscious.
Because when I look back in middle school, like, there's a lot of kids that did like they had sex in middle school. They like were like a piece of shit. They dropped out of middle school. They dropped out of middle school.
But
like
you don't think they were conscious of that?
People was having sex at like with high schoolers. It was like I'm not saying they're not conscious, but I'm just saying like they knew what they were doing. Like those kids knew what they were doing. Other kids that was like you could say they were lame or like had like small cliques or whatever. They were like still trying to figure out their life and trying to figure out how can I get to that plateau. Even though in reality, those kids were at peak themselves. Like, I always thought about when I was in 6th grade, I was like this. Kids had sex and everything. They were peaking. Like, there's certain people peak at different stages. Like, those kids that, like, had sex, were doing all that shit in middle school, either drop out of middle school, flunked out of high school, and then really do shit. And I look back, I'm like, no, yeah, they peaked in middle school because they thought they were the shit. They thought they were the king. Middle school was their peak. Yeah, people have, like, in high school, they're like, fuck, they're like skipping class, not caring, in the parking lot, smoking cigarettes, weed, whatever, skipping class. You know what I mean? Yeah. They usually dropped out of high school or didn't go to college. They're like at Recite Tech or something like that. Not saying like that's where people for Tech go. I'm just saying that's usually what happened. No, yeah. People in college that like do drugs, Adderall, don't go to class, or like party all the time. Same thing. Either drop out of college or get a degree or get a major that they never really wanted.
Yeah, you're right.
And they realize, like, damn, I should have paid attention in college. Or people in real life, they can't find a job. Like, it's just like certain parts you peak in real life. Like,
no, I agree.
You know, I don't think people will catch on to that until like maybe like mid high school. Like, I feel like this is a good movie. You're like maybe 9th, maybe 10th grade, but like 8th and 7th, I don't think they're gonna comprehend it. I think like maybe 20% of it will comprehend it. Other people are just gonna like be like, that didn't happen to me. I have nothing to worry about. Like, you know what I mean?
I get what you mean, but I think Bo Burnham would disagree with you. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I know he would, but I'm just saying, like, I know everybody can comprehend everybody. I'm not saying everybody's like middle schoolers and people are stupid. I'm just saying, like, me as like the 19-year-old, 20-year-old that I am, it took me a while to comprehend the movie. Not saying it was a complex movie. I'm just saying, like, it took me a few days where I was just like, man, this movie was really good. Like, I had to sit on it.
No, I get you.
But I know, not at 13. I was like 10, 11 in like middle school. I was really young. But it was like, that person would have been like, yeah, can we go see like Iron Man 2, shit like that. You know what I mean? I wasn't watching like really prestigious like shit. Like I didn't really get into shit like until like maybe 8th grade. And I was watching like Breaking Bad, 24 and shit like that. Like, you know, like that's when I started getting into shit. But like, I was watching more like Marvel movies or like cartoon, like Recess and shit like that. Like I wasn't really into like
I get you
in complex until like maybe like sophomore year in high school, maybe junior year.
I mean, I think I can't.
You know, like art films. I didn't get into like maybe like senior year of high school, maybe like freshman year of college.
Same actually.
Like actually like knowing movies and like actually like being like, oh man, like actually going back and seeing Dark Knight, actually understanding this shit. That's like senior year of high school, like freshman year in college. So I'm saying like it just takes people a longer time to understand.
The younger they are.
Yeah, like you really don't like understand. Like maybe like people reflect and be like, maybe I was a dickhead in middle school. Like hopefully people got that. Well, like I'm glad I got past that stage. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I feel like that's kind of shit like this movie's for. I don't think this movie's for ended times 8th graders to watch it. You know, even though like they probably could relate. I'm just saying like I feel like it's more for people that's older and be like, man, we really got past that bullshit. Like, I thought middle school was gonna last forever. When I was in middle school, that shit felt long as fuck.
Same, man.
Like, it felt longer than middle school. Not middle school, but it felt longer than elementary school. Almost slightly bit longer than high school. Dude. I'm like, that shit felt long, yo. Like,
dude, middle school was so long. I had enemies in middle school.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't make enemies, but I don't think I even talked to people like in my middle school until like 8th grade. Like really? That's why like I started resonating. I'm like, I don't remember. Like I remember talking to like had like 3 friends in 6th grade, but I knew everybody at my school. You know what I mean? Like you know how like it's more like what's his name in 13 Reasons.
Clay.
I was like kind of like Clay in middle school and high school, where like I knew everybody, but I didn't hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
Like everybody knew who I was, but no one was like, I wasn't at every party, whatever. Like people just knew me. Like I was just like, they're like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. Like, and then
Man
like,
of the people.
yeah, I was just like a kid passing by. Everybody knew who he was. I had pretty much classes, but I wasn't like on no weird shit. I was just like quiet.
Yeah.
I just like, I didn't want to be in everything. Like I just didn't want to like be that kid where like running in the hall or skipping class. I was just like, I'm just gonna go to class, do what I gotta do, and get home type shit. Like middle school was just, I didn't like it. It was just always like weird.
Imagining a smaller version of you with the same voice.
Not the same voice.
I know, but that's what I'm imagining.
I had puberty in my voice.
I know, man.
That shit was bad. I hated puberty so damn much, bro. I hated it. I didn't have acne until like 8th grade. That shit was bad. I had braces all throughout like middle school from 6th grade to like 9th.
Braces suck, man.
I remember that shit, bro. But it wasn't bad. I remember that was the time when like Hunger Games was coming out. Like that shit was funny. Like every girl was like, "Oh, Hunger Games is the best," and every guy was like, "Fuck." But then like everybody secretly went to go see Hunger Games.
Of course you did. Of course, I understand that.
I didn't see. Actually, I didn't see Hunger Games when it first came out. Like when Hunger Games first came out, like 6th grade year, everybody was like, "Hunger Games is fire," and I was like, "I ain't watching that shit." And I didn't watch shit till like 8th grade. And I was like, "Hunger Games is that shit." Like,
okay, so you're only like 2 years old or younger than me, but like for me in my years, it was Twilight. Twilight was
Twilight came out like 5th grade-ish. Yeah, it was like 5th grade. Yeah, it was like this franchise was in there like 8th grade. 8th, 9th grade. I remember having to go. My mom like forced me to go see them shits, and I was like, these shits is atrocious. Like when she had like her daughter, and then like CGI her face on her daughter, who was like weird. A baby. It
was weird.
And it was like really horribly and like horrific, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is
Bad
this?"
idea.
I remember when I was in the movie the whole time with my fist on my chin like this for an entire 2.5 hours. No facial expressions. That shit was the roughest movie I've ever seen in my life. Where I was just like, this shit ain't gonna never fucking end.
I want you to rewatch this movies, man.
Oh, I'm not gonna rewatch this movies. I'll probably kill myself.
Oh, man.
I've only seen one of them. I've only seen the last like 1 or 2 of them.
Oh man, those are the good ones.
Shit was bad.
Those are the better ones.
That baby. I remember that whole movie. That movie was bad. It literally was like in one location. It was literally that house in those woods behind the house, and that was the entire final thing. This climax of this entire 8-year series. It was like, this was very anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was.
It's like, I need that baby. No, you don't need that baby. I need it. Fight, stalk in the woods, fight a little bit more, and then talk for like an hour. That is it.
And those were the better movies of Twilight series.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
No. What else has came out that we wouldn't talk about? I'm sorry, we did not script any of this. This is just, you getting this all raw. No condom. But Boz, Milky Way. Did you listen to it?
I still listened to it.
Phenomenal.
What is good about it? What's the best song on the album?
Best song, and his best song in his career is Designer. That shit is fire.
I heard that. Yeah,
that song is fire.
Yeah.
And then Tribe, this is probably gonna be the song that makes him mainstream with J. Cole. That Tribe song.
Yeah,
that song is fire. Boca Raton with ASAP Ferg is really good. Barack Obama special is hilarious and good. It's just basically like he made a freestyle / really good song about his neighbors that's like really racist and they keep calling the cops on him. It's really good. And then yeah, that's pretty. I mean, Ariana Lennox is on it, which is on the first song, which is really good. She's a new signee by J. Cole. She's like a singer. She's like really good.
You want to talk about Blood Orange a little bit?
I haven't listened to the album at all.
Wait, you told me about it.
Wait, hold up. I think I listened to one song. I listened to that song with A$AP Rocky. That was about it.
You told me about that album.
No, I told you it was out. I just didn't.
Oh.
I've never heard of Blood Orange.
Oh, really?
Everybody keeps telling me about it.
It's really good. No, it's genuinely like one of the better albums that I've heard this year. But
really?
Yeah, no, it's really good.
We haven't talked about my favorite album of the year, which is one of my favorite rap albums of the year.
Let's see, what is it?
Denzel Curry, Taboo.
Yeah.
Which is an iconic and probably his best shit in his fucking damn CD collection.
I understand now. I finally get
you listen to it.
Yeah, remember you like explained the whole album to me, man.
That shit blew your mind.
Yeah, I get it now.
It's like one of the best concept albums I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
it's like a genuine concept album. Travis Scott, Astro World.
Yes,
I'm giving it like a 9. Like I keep listening to it, it keeps getting better. Like the first one I heard, I was like, it's an 8. But 9.5, it's like really good just because like it's a strong theme of this amusement parks. Like you can hear like you feel like you're on a ride, like you got some damn casino, not a casino, but like a damn clown show. It's really fucking weird. I like it, bro. Don Toliver's Donnie Womack. That is probably one of the best mixtapes I've heard all year. Probably the best mixtape of the year.
I need to listen to that.
Listen to Her.
Yeah.
I used to know her, the Prelude. Really hyped for an album that comes out, I think, either September or October. I want to say September.
She sounds like...
Oh, yeah. The first song, she sounds like Lauryn Hill. That shit is crazy. Like,
makes my brain explode.
Mixtape also, one of the mixtapes, the best mixtapes of the year. Samurai Yola.
I don't know who that is, man.
YWNBS. My friend. Shout out, goes to UNCG.
Oh, nice.
Amine, 1.5. Pretty solid mixtape / album. Really not sure. What else? Gunna. We haven't really. It came out early this year, but Gunna 3. What's it called? What's it actually called? Because people are gonna kill me if I don't do this name right. Gunna. Yeah, Drip Season 3.
Oh, okay.
Probably one of the best mixtapes of the year. Everybody keeps telling me listen to it. Phenomenal project, phenomenal. Like I swear, like I've been bumping this shit for the last month. And like just straight this and like Astro World and like that is about it.
And then also Brockhampton.
Oh yeah, Brockhampton is dropping this September. We don't know what it is yet. Maybe at the beginning, hopefully, but probably gonna be at the end. No one knows.
Yeah,
or middle. I'm not sure. Really don't care. Get in Brockhampton, and when that shit drops, you will get a Brockhampton appreciation entire episode.
Definitely will.
And that whole entire day, we're just be praying Brockhampton is gonna be on this one, and we're gonna do a Killing the Noise entire album review.
Yeah.
I probably gonna have Brandon on there. Probably get Kevin on there. Probably get whoever else we want to get on there because it's gonna be a fucking event. It's my most anticipated album of the year. You know, I'm hyped for it. I've been fiending for it since last year when they said they were going to drop this shit. They were supposed to drop it last summer and they didn't. So.
Oh, man, I know, right?
Well, they weren't supposed to drop it last summer. They were supposed to drop it like at the beginning, or like September of last year after they dropped all the saturation shit.
Oh, that's right.
But they said like they had to do some other shit and the mirror shit came out and it was like.
Yeah, kind of.
They've been putting in like. They're supposed to release it like in June this year or like it was like around May-ish, June. But then like. They just kept going back and like doing the album cover and the album name over and over again, and finally, what's it called again?
Iridescence.
And we don't know what it's going to be about, but I guess it's going to be just different moods and colors throughout the album, hopefully, and then hopefully get some fire Matt Champion verses and some Joba verses and some Bareface singing and some Dom verses and some Kevin hooks and basically the whole entire group doing what they usually do.
Yeah. Some more of the usual,
and but better production, and I guess we'll be okay with this fucking not Roberto guy. What is his name? Some Russian bullshit. Milo something. I don't like him. Like I keep like I want to like him, but it's like it's not Roberto.
I know, right?
Everybody likes Roberto. Like,
he's so likable. I don't know what it is.
Everybody likes Roberto. Now you got like Miklovich or some shit like that. I don't know. He's like really Russian. It's really weird that they pick a Russian guy. I'd rather have Roberto, but it's neither there or here or there or whatever where else it's supposed to be. But what else are we talking about? Blind Spot. We can get to talk about Blind Spot.
God. Okay, we got to do a whole episode on Blind Spot. No. Can we do one on all three of the movies that we've seen that relate to
But
Black
then we
culture?
already do something about Sorry to Bother You. Nah, we didn't. Nah, see, we haven't done. Damn, we've been gone for a while,
we
guys.
Have been. No, we have been.
Damn, we haven't done anything. Okay, so we watched Sorry to Bother You, Blind Spotting,
and Black Klansman. Black Klansman.
Yeah, that shit broke Brandon.
Man,
I still think. Argue me, I don't give a fuck. But I think Blind Spotting is the movie of the year. So far, anything else, that has like emotionally have driven me to like actually like. Care about like black rights and shit like that. Not to say I don't care about it usually, but oh man, something about that movie made me just like care just a lot more about like police brutality and shit like that. Like it just affected me more. I don't know why, but it like that shit really touched me. I watched it again. I was like, fuck, like this shit is good. I gotta buy it on DVD when it comes out.
We're gonna talk about the summer of blackness and what it means to be black.
This whole year has been that though. Like Black Panther. Then we still got like more. We got men's and Monuments, something like that. Monuments.
Men's and Monsters.
Yeah, we got that still, which is supposed to be like probably gonna win the Oscar this year, probably. I don't know. We got that movie. Then we still got the other movie. The Hate That You Give.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then we still got Widows.
So this is the year of Black.
I think this is the year of like entertainment in general, just because
true.
like everybody's dropped an album. Movies has been very influential, like how people feel and shit like that this year.
Yeah.
I don't know, like there's been a lot of entertainment and shit while I've been watching. It made me think about shit. It's been pretty good. Also, not like tear away from the subject, but I want to talk about what was some Netflix shit that you've seen or Hulu shit that you've seen that like people don't know about that you want to talk about. I got one. It just came out too. It just been blowing my mind.
Oh man, I wish I was ready for this.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Also, Netflix dropped this show called Magic for Humans.
Oh, I still haven't seen that.
When I tell you, this is the most funniest shit I've ever seen. They have this one episode. It's been viral for like a week. But it's a segment on there where like they made this black guy think that he's invisible, and like before, like they show you before, like he gets a crowd on Craigslist, a bunch of actors, and have them act like the whole entire part. Like he has like all these actors and make this like we're gonna make this guy think that he's invisible, and all of them are on in it. This black guy just comes by, like he's like, all right, we have our victim, and like it's not a joke. Like this is all magic and shit. It's like he takes the other guy and this black guy, puts the black guy in the chair and the other white guy. First of all, they don't even explain this shit, but like he gets like a damn like big ass towel and puts it over this white guy, takes the shit off. This guy has disappeared, but they don't explain that shit.
Well, that's the actual magic, isn't it? Is that the real magic?
I swear to God, I was like, we're not gonna explain that he just disappeared, but the black guy shook. He's like, fuck. He's like, are you ready? He's like, no. He's like, fucking no. And he puts him over it, and then like he takes the shit off, and the black guy's like shook, and then everybody's like, oh, where'd he go? Like everybody's like the guy's like, yeah, like he's losing his shit inside, and then like what else happens? Oh yeah, they do with the white guy. This white guy's bugging. Like he's like they do the same thing to him. He's like. Like he's cause the guy who's the magician, he like gets a phone call and he's like, I'll be right back. So he leaves, but like the guy's supposed to be too invisible. It gets really weird. And they're just like going around the park and everything. This show is fucking hilarious. You just gotta see it. I showed all my friends, everybody was dying because like this like, the black guy's reaction. Like he's genuinely thinks that he's invisible. Like
oh god.
Like he like his mind is blown. Like cause like he makes this the white guy like hold like a cup. And like, oh, how's that cup float? I'm like, first of all, where's this white guy at? How did y'all make him disappear? They never explained
That's the real magic. I'm so confused. Why? It's not the focus of this thing.
And they carry, they took black guy, hold this can, even though everybody can see it. He's like, everybody's like, oh shit, the can's floating. And the black guy's like, fuck, look, he's like losing his shit. He's losing his shit.
Oh god damn.
But yeah, Magic for Humans on Netflix right now. And I'm telling you, if you want to watch a show that's hilarious, they do like genuinely crazy ass magic. I love magic. I don't know why.
I get it.
But yeah, it was great. He does like a magic versus robot, like because it's a robot. So they have like the whole entire Black Mirror episode. Like he like not parrying Black Mirror, but like the whole episode is like short. Like they had like the whole Black Mirror like intro and everything. It's crazy. Like this whole episode is like just Black Mirror, like talking about how robots are just gonna take over and everything else. It was crazy.
Jesus Christ, man.
I think you would love the episode just because it's like a whole entire Black Mirror episode. And like they do like the intro and everything. It's crazy. Like but
really,
it's crazy. Like it's genius. It's a genius show.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have any. I do, but like I can't think of any right now. But if I can think of any, I will do that at some point.
So, is there anything else, any other music or anything else you want to talk about?
We touched on Blood Orange. We're gonna. I think so. What we're gonna do? Let's do like a kind of breakdown of what we're gonna do this season. Kind of things we're gonna try out. We're gonna do a lot of like stuff where it's Trajan with Travis, because they're gonna be doing a game thing. I'm gonna be doing some analysis of like TV and movies that we've already talked about a little bit.
We actually might do not me and Travis, but in general, we're thinking about doing an anime thing, like an anime like block.
Yes, please.
Probably just call it anime block. I don't have any other thing to call it.
That's a good name for it.
I don't even care. Just anime block. Well, like maybe just take like 15, 20 minutes to like just like maybe they like do an episode of like Hero Academia or something like that. Or like maybe a new Dragon Ball Z Super or a new Dragon Ball Z movie that's coming out with Broly, which is gonna be fire.
That's gonna be something. Man.
But yeah, we might do that. And then we might do a game and talk about Red Dead coming out. Some more Fortnite. We might start a Twitch stream. No, I don't know. We might.
We're gonna have some more music stuff.
Oh yeah, Killing Noises. We're coming in full swing this year.
Yes, man.
Cause I was gonna release these music shits on Killing Noise, but I'm like, nah. Just because like I feel like we haven't been on this one. We need to get back into the podcast swing. So
Yeah.
I just come back with more reviews on Killing Noise. I might do some other things, maybe some more analytical breakdowns of like albums that haven't like that hasn't came out recently. Maybe just albums I like I might do like Graduation and just how I feel about it.
That's good. Just
track by track and how it just changed my experience in life. I don't know. Thinking about
you
something
said
like that.
real subtle, like it wasn't a real big deal. But okay. Oh yeah. Later this year, I want to do some analysis of or video essays.
Okay.
But that's later. It's after I get a camera.
This is gonna be a pretty analytical kind of like think about season where we're just gonna like probably do a lot of breakdowns and stuff about like we have been doing that, but this season we're just gonna do more just because
I think that's our strong suit.
We feel like it.
Yeah.
We just feel like it.
Yeah.
It's not your podcast.
Okay then. Tell them what it really is.
Yeah, whoop their ass.
God damn.
Go through the fucking headphones and whoop each one of their ass.
What the hell, man?
Yeah.
That's too intense.
They know what it is. Isn't that right, viewer? I'm looking you right in your soul. Look through the mirror. That's me.
That's terrifying.
I'm you.
Dude is a straight ghost now.
It's like Fight Club.
Oh, snap.
We're the same person.
I was recording it the whole time. Oh, shit.
Welcome to Not Enough Podcast, bitch. First rule about Not Enough Podcast is don't talk about Not Enough Podcast unless it's pertaining to Not Enough Podcast and it's helping us get more people to listen to Not Enough Podcast.
Don't tell your listeners to not talk about the podcast.
Unless it's about the podcast. It'll help us get more people to listen to the podcast, but don't talk about the podcast.
So you figure out that.
Just write the podcast. You can write the podcast. You can text the podcast. You can add the podcast. You can whoop the podcast physically. Ass. That's what you can do.
I don't know how you're going to do that, but all right.
Anything else you want to talk
about? Social media.
Oh, yeah. Follow us on Twitter at Not Enough Media.
Instagram, same thing.
Same, Not Enough Media, just.
Yeah.
It's never enough.
It really is.
It's always not enough.
I can't.
I feel like I can't get that wrong. Just 3 words. Put together. No space.
You're right.
Email is the same thing. You can just email us.
Not enough.
No dick pics.
Media@gmail.com.
No weird shit. I don't want any weird shit in there.
Who emails dick pics?
Hey.
That's some fucking.
Once you put the email, once you put the email out there, anything's subjective. You're like, exactly. It's possible.
It's possible, but it's not likely.
Now we say it's not likely.
Now
I assume that his dick pic's gonna be in there. Like right when I look into it, like right now.
Oh man, don't send that though. It's not cool.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't want to see that. But what else?
First rule about your dick: keep it in your pants. Unless somebody asks you.
Unless you don't have pants on.
If you're Winnie the Pooh in it, please.
Or you have boxes on. Okay. Why you insinuate everybody has to have pants on? You can't be a woman and have a skirt on? Man, that's crazy. We live in different times now. You know, that was really insensitive that you said they have to be a man and be in their pants.
What you said?
They're not subjected to change their gender. You're like, piece of shit.
Right.
I don't want to hear that garbage. You know what? We're done. We're done here. Can I get my check, please? I'm done with the buffet now. Thank you. You don't even get a tip, man. This was Trajan.
This has been Brandon.
And this is Not Enough Podcast.